Yeah.
Yeah.
And September.
Shut up and sit down.
Okay, this is your. Okay, use a fuck talk about price. Someone goes, "Oh, you'll be sore today." From Cardano announcement. Okay, what announcement? They go exactly.
Oh man, what a wild ride! How about that, eh?
What a wild ride.
It's more wild than usual though.
Oh yeah, it's actually the lowest it's been
For a while.
for a long time.
Yeah, for a while.
We
Although,
never
hang
no
on,
one thought it was going to
We
come.
got. I mean,
The-
talking
of the
Australia,
year.
talking Australia, but no, it got down to about 7,000.
But not Bitcoin.
Bitcoin
Crypto
did.
market.
Oh, you're talking overall. Yeah, for sure. No,
Overall,
that's-
Bitcoin dominance has gone up. That's why it's like 53% or something.
Mm.
But the
People
market
are running.
hasn't been this low this year. It's
No.
the lowest it's been this year.
Well, Neo is just so cheap. Like all these other big ones there. It's
It's
so
unbelievable.
Unbelievable bargain hunting.
You're talking about cryptos like Neo was $250. It's under $20.
Yeah, that's right.
That's ridiculous. It's crazy. I remember when it was like 20 last year before the jump.
Yeah.
And then it just skyrocketed. It was like, we'll never get back to those prices again. Never be able to buy cheap again. Well, it's cheap, guys.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's definitely cheap. And I guess there's reason for it. I mean, there's a lot playing on around the world at the moment.
So much manipulation. There's
Huge amount. I mean, look.
because there's only good news really coming out, isn't it?
there's lots.
There's always good positive.
There's lots of news.
There's no
but
hacking. There's nothing
No.
that's been stolen. And
Not yet. Not yet. Let's hold
it's
on.
happened many times.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Mount Glocks was a classic one.
Yeah,
really.
but that was the reason for it to go down.
Yeah.
But now there's nothing major for it to be going down like this.
No.
Except we believe the whales.
Yeah, and just the institutions are sort of running around and all the rest of it.
Yeah,
as
they're getting
well.
ready to maybe enter, or they're scared of it. They're trying to push it down.
Who knows? And also, too, I mean, you got Turkey. I mean, we were just reading an article
Yeah.
before we come on here. I mean, Turkey's looking to sort of offset some of their losses with their currency,
Yeah.
with Bitcoin and all the rest of it.
Well, Turkey's currency devalued,
Yeah, 42%
Which is
overall. I mean, it was just huge.
ridiculous.
You know? Yeah,
so that's why cryptocurrency is actually invented, really, for
to this
situation
sort of
like that.
situation. Yeah.
So, who
So
knows?
I think that it really shows the point that why this movement's around. You know, it is a movement. I think it's more of a
Yeah, it
protest
is.
movement.
It is. It's against the institutions.
Yeah, and I guess that's the sort of thing is you keep doing that to countries just because you didn't believe in their sort of political ideals and all that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. Then we're going to
Yeah.
punish you. Well, you don't have to play by those rules. I mean, they're trying and they
Yeah.
pump stuff in. It's really quite small in the scheme of things,
Yeah.
but like they're not killing it.
No.
Like I guess all the as I call them tourists are leaving, which is great.
Yeah, it's good.
Good.
Like
Go.
at the beginning, we're saying, "Oh, like it's good," but we don't want those people in the space. Really,
No.
we want the,
Want
the
the
full
good one.
believers.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I just kept saying we don't want censorship. So that's like a story today on the news was what's it called? Telegram, not Telegram. It was
Oh.
Twitter was actually has been banning people in
Yeah.
America for political views.
Yeah. Well,
And
Alex
for doing,
Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones for
Yeah.
nothing, for no reason. People are getting booted off these big sites for no reason. So we don't want that. Like that's what we're talking about institutions.
No, but I
As
guess
well.
it's really. I mean, this is the problem too, and it happens in this space as well. I mean, this is a bit sort of like philosophical. I'm going to sort of say at
Yeah.
the moment, but like if you do have a completely right wing sort of point of view or left wing point of view,
extreme.
Yeah.
Both,
like shouldn't we draw that out? Like, shouldn't that be discussed in a sort of a manner that
Debated.
Yeah, draw
Properly.
the ideas out, and so
Yeah.
you can sort of work out
Because
what's
debate
going on.
is how you reach a
A consensus,
consensus.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm against a lot of your views.
Yeah.
But we meet in the middle and we
Yeah.
work something out with things we do.
Well, that's just it. This is exactly right. Sorry, guys.
That's how government works as
Yeah.
well.
That's exactly right. I mean, that's how it should work.
Yeah.
Anyway, you
But
know?
people are getting banned on Twitter for no reason, like just for a political view, which to me, I don't care what point of view it is.
Yeah.
It's just, it shouldn't be like that with even Facebook. They shouldn't have so much power and have so much money.
Yeah.
And, they can persuade public opinion.
That's exactly right. So, anyway, we're living in a bit of an interesting time, and obviously there's a lot going behind the scenes.
Yeah, oh,
One
mate.
way or another, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and I don't think the space is dead. I've never said it's dead. It's just back to where.
Look, it's not dead because it's still up from last year.
Yeah.
Really. And you look at the last 10 years, it's up.
Yeah.
But it's just from the last 7 months, yeah, it's gone down. But the run-up is gone, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just cleaned out the run-up that it had, which was a fake run-up anyway.
That's exactly right.
So, in reality, it's pretty normal. It's like it's on a trend that's moving.
It's going somewhere.
It's going. It's still moving up. And like we said, until we see big decentralized applications built, like the Facebook's decentralized Facebook or Twitter,
Yeah, the real
or
world.
the Google, the real world usage, where someone like you who doesn't know about crypto or someone that doesn't is using a cryptocurrency app and
Yeah.
they never know it.
Yeah.
The day that happens,
Then
that's-
we're on.
We're on, and it's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet.
No,
So
that's right.
it's early. Like it
Yeah.
hasn't started.
No,
Really.
that's right. You
So don't freak out,
more-
people.
Yeah. And that's the thing, more user-friendly sort of stuff that needs to come out, you know?
All right, man. Don't freak out, Damo. You
Ah.
call me at 2 a.m. freaking out.
Oh, piss off.
That's all I need. Damo, what's going on?
Don't worry.
You're the
it's
tech
fine.
guy. Well, tell me something.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
You live,
Yeah,
sleep. Ah, man.
Alrighty, so what do we got here? So first, news and focus. Let's have a look here. UK financial regulators warn investors about clone firms. In other words, people are saying they're such and such firm when they're not. So they're paying
Yeah.
money to these fake firms, basically.
Oh, wow. Smart
So,
people.
yeah. Well, yeah, it's on the rise, apparently, anyway. So I
Look,
found
you gotta
that-
be aware. Like, when you're giving your money to someone or you're buying something, be diligent completely. Like, don't trust anyone.
That's right.
Anyone. I don't care. Like, back up research.
Yeah, just keep checking. And check
Ask
your
people. Go on chat groups as well and
yeah,
ask.
that's it too.
Because that's where I've got a lot of information as well. Go to a Telegram group, join a group, and ask a question. And people say, "Oh yeah, I've used it." Or
But you're still in those groups, mate. You're not banned from all of them. You've been banned from a few.
I have.
Alrighty, the
Been
next.
there from the price groups because there's people putting up their technical analysis charts, and I go, "Did your chart know that this is going to happen? Look at where's your chart now? There's no more charts coming up.
Yeah.
Where are your charts?
Alrighty, what do we got next? Well, this has all been. I think a lot of people are sort of banking on this sort of stuff. You know, attract institutional investors. I find this quite interesting because, you know, they've set their fees, but they're not coming yet. Institutional investors are not coming over yet. You know,
They're not there.
no. So
It's too volatile. Like, I don't blame it.
well, that's it. How can you really? It's even more, like it's probably risky of the risk. You know.
It's high risk, but if you look at prices, it's actually low. Like, but they'll start coming in once they see actually, like we said, applications getting built on them, people using things.
Yeah.
Because in reality, the only thing being used at the moment is Steam as a proper
Yeah.
application, really. And
Well,
Monero is payment, like
Monero,
we said.
yeah, Monero, yeah, that's another one. I mean,
Bitcoin, yeah, people use it to buy
Bitcoin,
stuff.
yeah, Litecoin's another
Yeah.
one. So there's a few, but
Nothing mainstream
no,
enough.
that's right.
Where you got millions of people using
Yeah,
it like
just pumping it, yeah.
daily transactions.
Exactly.
Because the tech isn't there yet.
No.
And they're building on it. That's why.
Well, that's right. But yeah, so I just found that interesting being Coinbase because Coinbase is obviously trying to go for that particular market
Yeah.
segment.
Coinbase wants to grow. They
So,
want to be the biggest
and
company.
I think too that's where they're sort of trying to go. But also too, it may mean that other exchanges are going to be doing the similar
yeah,
thing as well.
competition.
So, well worth watching that space as we go along.
Competition, lower fees, more people.
Next one I've got is obviously China and the particular party that rules their country. It's released primer on blockchain technology.
Yeah.
So again, we all know what happened to China last year. They were dead set
They banned
against
it.
it. And wow, and that was probably just try to, and they probably realized that.
You can't.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting because they're also moving into bigger companies, putting the pressure on like censorship and things like that.
Yeah.
With Google in particular. So they're bringing out their own particular apps with Google and to be compliant with Chinese law and all the rest of it. So it'd be interesting to see what these guys do with blockchain itself. Whether it's to do
Yeah.
more monitoring, whether it's to and when you think about it, whether it's to decrease the perception of corruption as well, whether
Yeah.
it's
Because it's all visible. on
yeah,
blockchain.
whether they
There's
want
big
that.
use for it. So they will use it for what? We don't know. So
Well,
we'll
that's it. I
speculate.
mean, if they chuck all their telecommunications, let's say all their on top of that
Yeah.
particular stuff on an open ledger, well, then they can really see what's really
Yeah.
going on.
Maybe they don't want to see.
Well, well, yeah. Who
and they're like,
knows?
oh, we don't
Yeah.
ever see what's going on.
No, well, but they wouldn't, But anyway, it's an interesting sort of thing what they're doing, and I thought, well, there's something.
Well, look, China's still trying to figure it out. In other words, they're still doing things.
Well, everything's really figuring it out.
Yeah, it's all new. It's too new.
That's right. So speaking of which, so the Philippines are all proposing ICOs be classed as securities. So
Really?
they're actually going down. They're actually building a big hub for crypto startups and things
Yeah.
like that as well. And
And they're just going to make money from them.
Well, they are now going to regulate.
Yeah,
that's where
regulate
they're
properly.
going to. So this is interesting. So they're either following suit what the SEC's looking
Yeah.
to do. And I don't think that's a bad thing. ICOs have been troublesome.
Yeah, it's
Like they've
negative
really,
impact on the space.
Well,
really.
yeah, I
a
mean,
lot of shit ones coming out. That's why.
yeah, that's exactly right. So for them to look at doing this sort of stuff, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I think that's
I like
a
it.
positive thing, and let's hope they can get this stuff together because it is quite a big IT hub, generally the Philippines, and outsourcing. So they can definitely look at this as a potential opportunity to go forward. And maybe the government, this will put more positive light for the government
Yeah.
because obviously there's
Well,
many...
anything with the government coming out that's positive, I believe.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like
And
that. Like,
I mean,
they're starting to do...
with the Philippines generally, though, I mean, it's neither there or for. I'm not there, but the leader is questionable with human rights and things like that. That's what I'm not getting
Yeah, okay.
involved in that.
Yeah.
So again, that might help their sort of to focus on that sort of stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So who
Right.
knows anyway.
Who knows?
So the next one I found, which is actually related to an Australian banking
I haven't
institution.
seen this story.
So the World Bank chooses the CBA, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, for blockchain bonds to issue the bonds upon the chain. The
Wow.
private chain. So yeah, we're one of two, I believe.
Shit, that's big.
I could be wrong about that fact, but it's a very exciting thing. It's good that Australia's getting up there, and it's
Australia's pretty ahead.
yeah.
Crypto.
I mean, again, banks need something more positive because they've been through the ringer through the Royal Commission and things like that. Which
Yeah.
I mean, those guys that did that whole inquest should be given an Order of Australia because the amount of speed,
Yeah,
and
all the
time,
work.
like mate, and what they
Oh,
what they
God.
brought up, they've only just
Yeah.
scratched the surface,
Yeah.
right? So compared to the sexual abuse sort of from the major institutions from the 70s onwards, they had like years.
Yeah.
These guys really have had only 12 months
Yeah.
to move
They've
on.
done all the work. So.
They have done an extraordinary amount of work. So these definitely Commonwealth needs a positive sort of situation to get them on the
Yeah.
board. So this could be quite interesting.
Yeah.
How they'll do it, we'll follow it more closely and report
Yeah, that's
back to
interesting.
you.
I didn't know that story.
But yeah, that's coming on. So that's really quite. But they've been doing a few. Out of all the banks, they had the
Yeah.
perception of being more technologically advanced, like more user friendly and things
yeah,
like
well,
that.
they're the biggest bank in Australia. as
Well, that's
so-
right.
And I use Commonwealth as well. I
Yeah.
find it easy to use.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not promoting any banks here by any means, but
No, 'cause
we
they're
do
all
have
shit.
to live in the real world here, you know. So, the next one is your favorite. It's basically Ripple has been officially lawsuit. It's been dropped.
Ripple fanboys. Oh, they dropped it.
Yeah,
Let's buy more Ripple.
I know, right?
So they dropped a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Well,
so
did the price go up? Oh, no, it dropped 20%. You can't pick a guys.
Hey, watch out! Haley will send all the Twitter bots on you. Hey, and all the stock market.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that was interesting too. So basically,
Well, that's good. Stop
just
all these
gets-
negativeness
Yeah.
on any crypto. I want all the cryptos to succeed.
Yeah, we all do. But at the end of the day, some should succeed better than others. But
Yeah,
anyway,
they're all doing different things. Well,
yeah.
they are what they are.
So, Con's thoughts.
I've got many thoughts.
What have you got this week, mate?
So many I can't think of anything. My thought is, well, you know what? Some information I picked up on during the week, which
Yep.
actually, after all the negative press and all these down prices, I actually saw a very good chartist, technical analysis guy of, not technical analysis of, he figured out the time frame of all the spikes
Yeah,
to
right.
all-time highs and how long it took and all the declines. So we expect to break. The next run is going to come in 14 months from now. So 14 months from now is when the next spike's going to start. So there's going to be a long bearish trend. So now we're sort of like not even really at the bottom apparently. But this is coming from all the information of how long it took to go up, the percentage rises, the percentage drops, time frame, and now it's another 14 months before we get back to the top.
Wow.
But when it gets back to the top, Bitcoin's going to be 100,000 US.
It's a big call. I've heard this one before.
Yeah, but if you actually look at the how it's been going, the percentage rises of the last 10 spikes, you would go, yeah, like it looks, it could be real.
It'd be interesting.
But it was actually very, like, I'm against technical analysis and that, but the way this was presented wasn't really on technical analysis. It was more like a time frame
Yeah.
and using percentage rises and falls.
Yeah.
But it was actually very interesting.
I don't know. And
Yeah, and which, like, you think, it's crazy to even suggest that.
I mean, I've heard claims, you know, like 500,000, you know, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
But it'll be, if it does, that'll certainly put another spin on it, won't it?
14 months. Well,
get a lot
like
of phone
you said,
calls.
a lot can happen.
We'll get a lot of phone calls.
Yeah. But like, but in crypto, a year's 10 years.
Yeah, exactly. So
So anything can happen. Like, look what happened in the last 6 months.
yeah.
It died. 90% down.
Yeah.
Like, but the way this guy done his analysis,
It was interesting,
brilliant.
eh?
And this guy actually had videos of analysis done previously, and it's all right. Who knows? But
Yes.
that's one to think. So it's not all doom and gloom. There's actually positive people out there. that
Like
believe-
us. We're positive.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the next dab, and then bang.
All right, we're out of here, man.
See you guys.
See ya.